I mean, I did kind of want to watch that Tucker Carlson, Ted Cruz interview, or at least the clip.
I don't know the population.
At all?
No, I don't know the population.
You don't know the population of the country you seek to topple?
How many people live in Iran?
92 million.
Okay. Yeah,
How could you not know that?
I don't sit around memorizing population tables.
Well, it's kind of relevant because you're calling for the overthrow of the government.
Why is it relevant whether it's 90 million or 80 million or 100 million? Why is that relevant?
Because if you don't know anything about the country...
I didn't say I don't know anything about
Okay, what's the ethnic mix of Iran?
They are Persians and predominantly Shia. Okay,
it's not even... You don't know anything about Iran. So
okay, I am not the Tucker Carlson expert on Iran.
You're a senator who's calling for the overthrow of the government.
You're the one who
don't know anything about the country.
No, you don't know anything about the country. You're the one who claims they're not trying to murder Donald Trump. You're the
I'm
one
not saying that.
Who can't figure out if it was a good idea to kill General Soleimani, and you said it was bad.
You don't believe they're trying to murder Trump.
Yes, I do.
Because you're not calling for military strikes against them in retaliation. And if you really believe that...
We're carrying out military strikes today.
You said Israel was.
Right, with our help. I said we. Israel is leading them, but we're supporting them.
Well, you're breaking news here because the U.S. government last night denied, the National Security Council spokesman Alex Pfeiffer denied on behalf of Trump that we were acting on Israel's behalf in any offensive capacity.
No, we're not bombing them. Israel's bombing them.
You just said we were.
We are supporting Israel.
High stakes. You're a senator. If you're saying the United States government is at war with Iran right now, people are listening.
Okay. His face is so giddy. Yeah, the point that he's making, which is really important, is that we have a history. Actually, it's not even just America. So many countries have tried this, of attempting regime change in a country and then thinking that because the military part of toppling the government is easy, the next part will be easy too. But in fact, they end up in an endless quagmire of disaster and death and a power vacuum that always leads to a blowback. You know, we got 10 fucking years in Iraq, but even you could do the Russians in Afghanistan, we could do us in Afghanistan, you could do, I mean, there's a baker's dozen examples of something like that. And so I think the questions are relevant. To not understand the country, but to seek to topple its regime is, I think, short-sighted and has always led to problems down the line. So the point that Tucker was making, Tucker's point was that if you don't know the exact motion of the nation, you can topple the government. So dumb. No, that's not his point. I like Tucker Carlson, but that wasn't his point. His point was that you don't understand the country. So it's insane to do something as short-sighted as attempt to overthrow the government. I feel like if Trump likes to think of himself as a no wars president, he has to escalate to a full war. I mean, he's been off and on all day. I literally read an FT article this morning that was like, yeah, here it is. Dude, look, this is the front page of the FT. Trump says he may or may not strike Iran. All right, well, you tell me, bro. 50-50, baby. Flip a coin. I have ideas as to what to do, but I haven't made a final. I like to make a final decision 1 second before it's due. Bro is choosing World War III the way I choose to do my fucking homework. This is today. This is live. That's procrastinating on a deep level, dude. What happens when we get involved in this? I mean, from what it looks like the regime in Iran is actually pretty weak. So it's not like I actually think of a serious World War III threat unless China escalates because they buy all their oil from Iran. It's more of like, I don't know how many times it'll take the lesson to learn that like outside military forces trying to force a regime change in a country leads to a long protracted problem and an endless power vacuum you can't get out of. That just builds resentment and increases the problem down the road. Like that's been proven time and time again. It's not that the regime can't be defeated. I'm actually not serious that I think there would be like a draft or anything or any type of larger escalating war. It's just that it doesn't seem to make sense. And what's crazy is the people of Iran, had nothing happened, might have done this themselves. The Ayatollah is unpopular and only growing more so. But now it's like because outside forces are bombing the country, it like almost reinforces. It's like Canada. Yes, it is sort of like, it is honestly a little bit like that. You made it sound like could be a good thing. What could be a good thing? I think it would be an unequivocal good thing if the people of Iran themselves, with no outside intervention, revolted and overthrew the Ayatollahs. That would be incredible. But I don't think that people should try to bomb that change. It's like Gandhi said, bomb the change you want to see in the world. In Civ 5, he says that. Everyone talking about Iran and Israel. How about we talk about when I ran up on the ops with the work? Because that is real. Fuck, dude. You're right. We're not talking nearly enough about that. Do you never, try to think of an example in real life where this has happened. Where somebody is making, I guess, and actually this happens to Tucker Carlson, where somebody makes a good point, but you're kind of like, you anyway, because of who they are and what that point represents. it happens sometimes where somebody makes a good point, but you're still kind of like, ugh. This happened with the Lowe's CEO. If you get Lowe's, the home improvement store, the Lowe's CEO had a quote that went kind of viral recently where he said, someone asked him about AI taking jobs because they have a lot of corporate employees at Lowe's. And he's like, my advice to employees is to stay close to the register. Don't work in the corporate office. Stay close to the cash register as you can. If you're either on a construction site or dealing with customer service, you'll be okay. And it's like insane for the CEO to be saying this. It's like insane. It's an incredible misread of the room to be the guy saying this. So I found it to be shocking, like frustrating that he would say that. There's some base case scenario of like physical labor or customer service are less likely to be automated, but that doesn't mean he could just keep his mouth shut. I think in this case, I think this guy is not appropriate to be adding it. AI is not going to fix a hole in your roof. Yeah, I understand that, but you have employees. You have employees in the corporate office. So I thought that was fucked up. Did you see this Lowe's tweet? I can't. What is this? Oh my God. Well, no, I take it back. I'm sorry. I was mad at Lowe's, but then I realized they are actually so based because they have MrBeast's top picks from Lowe's. Lowe's X MrBeast, where you can shop epic finds from Jimmy Beast. Are they fucking heroes for this? Every time I'm at Lowe's, I'm thinking, what would Jimmy Beast buy? When I'm looking to buy some tools to repair around the house, I want to know, is this what Jimmy would use if he was making a set to have 100 babies sit in a circle for money? Like, what? I would want to know if that would match up with my guy. How would this even work well? I actually don't know. This feels like a really bad marketing campaign. You can recreate a MrBeast challenge. Holy shit, this isn't leaking my address. I gotta show you this. This is crazy. These are the items. Orange cones, a tripod, fucking tape, a pool. These are Jimmy Beast's great picks. Oh, dude. Wait, on that note, there's a company called, this is exactly what they want. This is what they want, but I'll give it into it anyway because it is a good story. There's a company called Carrot that does like credit cards for creators. You guys are mostly not creators, so it's not really, whatever. This is the company. I'm only showing you this because I haven't used them in a long time, but I had a card from them, I think through Lud a long time ago. And the guy's nice. The guy that owns the company is really nice. He's a nice guy. He sent me a bomb today. That's why I'm bringing this up. It scared the piss out of my mother-in-law. Can I show you? I actually have to show you. Yeah, look at this. And I had to pry this shit off. Like I literally had to pry it with like a thing of pliers and a hammer. And then it has like gloves in it and a hazmat suit. It has a hazmat suit with my name on it. And then it looks like it's filled with $100 bills, but they're all fake. And then at the bottom, it was like a Pelican case, those really nice high quality cases. It had a timed lock on it that was counting down. So it looked like a fucking bomb. By the way, I still don't know what's in it, but I'll tell you that when Ari's mom found it, was like, what the hell is this? It looks like a fucking bomb. That shit is crazy. Are you sure it isn't a bomb? Just knowing the CEO of Carrot, I think it's just a cool marketing stunt. So good for him, but I don't know what's in it, to be honest. I can't imagine. It's a pretty big case with a time lock. Hey, Captain Falcon, thank you for the gifties. Dear God in heaven, thank you for the 50 gifties. By the way, if you dodged the gifties, you will get drafted into World War III. So if you did not receive a giftie, that's bad luck and you will get drafted. The gifties are how you get out. In fact, if you present your Atriox sub to the military, they will let you skip the draft. What if we're already subbed? Then you're good. Yeah, if you're an Atriox sub, you are above the law on this one. You're good. No, I have depression. No way they'll draft me. Have you ever been to a military base? If they got rid of everyone on the military base with depression, there would be like 3 guys left and they'd be scary. Please don't gift me. I want to be drafted. you know, you can sign up. It's not like the only way to join the military is the draft. You can voluntarily get recruited. You can go sign up. It's not like you're just sitting around, God, I hope they draft me. I want them to ask though. I'm shy. Ooh, woo, can I go fight for you, please? We want to feel wanted. All right, that makes sense.